All right, so what's being realized here is that it's safe. It's safe. The sensations are safe to be felt. And beyond that, the stories of the mind are safe to be there as well. And when there's identification with the stories and the sensations, there's a belief that one is separate and perhaps in danger. But the reality is, especially as one identifies with the field of presence that one is, that it's actually safe, even when identified with the body mind. Safety, the reality of safety never leaves. And so, a way to contextualize this that's been occurring here is in reference to the map of consciousness by David Hawkins. Everything below the dotted line would represent denser frequencies that feel uncomfortable, and there's this knee-jerk resistance to for the body mind. So from pride all the way down to shame. And then there's like this no man's land that one can feel into. And this no man's land is a seeming boundary that appears to exist as a sense of separation between body-mind identification and the greater field of presence and awareness and being that one actually is. So there's a seeming boundary between the two, and that's the no man's land. And within that no man's land, there's this trickle of energy. It's like the edge, the seeming edge of a separate self. That's where that is. And energetically, one can feel into that and be on the razor's edge in the immediacy of the here now and allow that. So that's where, again, in reference to the map of consciousness, one can move up to courage, neutrality, willingness, and reason. And so that change in paradigm in the map of consciousness, those different levels of consciousness, or those spiritual principles, can be applied in the no man's land on this edge. And it can be articulated in this way. At the courage level, just being like, okay, I'm just honest about the fact that these lower frequencies are here and I'm identifying with them, but they're just here. And then the neutrality level would be just opening one's mind to see how this this frequency is safe, maybe, I don't know. The willingness level would be, okay, I'm willing to feel it. I'm willing to allow this denser frequency to be here. And then at the level of reason, it's the reminder based on previous experience that you've had up to this point in your life that you're safe. It's safe to feel this sensation. Okay, I can think of a better way. With the neutrality level, that could just be like the open-mindedness of like, this isn't true. You know, this story in my mind that I'm believing is true, that makes me feel unsafe, is not actually true. It's just opening up the mind that, yeah, it's just a fabrication of the mind. It's just imaginings. I like seeing it in that way. It's imaginings of the mind. It's not actually reality. Okay, and so by doing this in the quote unquote no man's land, then these denser frequencies below the dotted line in the map of consciousness are transmuted into the higher levels of consciousness of love and joy and peace. And so, my friend Andrew talked about how these denser frequencies are really just concealed bliss. And so in the no man's land, as one is willing to just have the courage to be honest that these frequencies are here, have the open mindedness that the story is not true, have the willingness to feel it directly, and remembering from reason, past experience, that it's safe. It's safe for the stories to be there, it's safe for the sensations to be there. That allows for these denser frequencies to be transmuted and experienced as bliss, to be experienced as love. And so what initially felt overwhelming to the nervous system and like discordance suddenly becomes evidence of how connected one is with the collective, with everyone and all that is, and how we're one. You're not the separate self. So I just wanted to record this as a reminder and as an invitation to hold things differently.